What's up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I am here to bring you a Shingeki no Kyojin manga chapter review, chapter 66. Hard to believe we're only on chapter 66. You'd think this series would have a lot more chapters, but regardless, let's, dive into the details of this chapter. So, this chapter, we have it to where, Historia turns against her father. She does a 180 and says, fuck this, screw you, I'm choosing my friend, I'm helping out my friend, and, your overall ways of what you want me to do and tell me a pretty picture just so you can get your way, it's not gonna fly with me. That's pretty much what Historia did in this chapter, and she gave her father the middle finger, and which in turn caused it to where her father turned into a titan at the end of this chapter. So, before I get into the details of that, I'm just going to say, the cliffhanger that we were left on chapter 65, I want to be honest, it feels very anticlimactic, because last month, that cliffhanger, oh my god, it left us on a cliffhanger, oh my god, what's going to happen, someone's transformed into a titan, stuff like that, and then at the beginning of this, chapter, it was pretty much anticlimactic, as we could see, pretty much nothing really happened, as we see at the beginning of the chapter. So, it's kind of sad, but I mean, hey, at the very least, the ending of this chapter, oh shit, there's no way that can be anticlimactic. Oh my god, the ending of this chapter. Woo! Okay, so, here's the thing. We know there is a season 2 coming of Attack on Titan, and it's not coming out this year, it's coming out next year. And so, I'm going to place my cards on the table, and I'm going to assume that this right here, what is going on in this chapter, and the next chapter probably, until this fight is done, whatever's going to happen, I'm willing to bet that this is where Season 2 is going to end. You can easily tell that the way this is building up, the action's building up, the overall plot twist and build up and stuff like that, it's one of those perfect times to actually end a Season 2 of an anime if it was to get to this point. And so, I'm willing to bet when we get around to the Season 2 of Attack on Titan next year, that this is exactly where it's going to end, pretty much after this little fight. And so, talking about this chapter, Rod transforms into a titan, and here's what really was odd about that, okay? So, as we've seen, you can inject, a titan serum inside of your arm into your bloodstream, pretty much, and you transform into a titan. But Rod, for some reason, he just stuck his tongue out, and he licked a little bit of serum, a little bit of toothpaste or something on the floor, like spilled milk or something. He licked it, and he transformed into a titan. Now, I just get what I'm saying, okay? From every different angle, from what we've seen from different panels and stuff, to become a titan, you would have to, put a syringe in your arm or inject yourself with this serum. But how come Reese could just lick a tiny bit of it, just lick a little bit of this, and he transformed into a titan? What the fuck? So you're telling me you don't really need to give yourself a shot to transform into a titan? Fuck! Seriously, if I'm going to get transformed into a titan, I'd rather choose the part of just drinking the substance instead of, taking a shot. I hate fucking shots. So, Reese, or Rod, he's got the proper, way of taking the Titan serum. Why didn't Historia try to do this? I mean, Rod, here's your biggest mistake. You tried to make Historia take a shot. She didn't want to take a shot, and so you should have told her that there might have been a liquid form of it. Okay, all fucking jokes aside, okay? All jokes aside, this chapter, I don't know how I feel about Historia in this chapter. Historia did a 180, out of nowhere. I mean, it was kind of obvious she would. At the end of the day, I had faith in Historia's character that she wouldn't have went straight down the bitch path. I was hoping she wouldn't, but I'm glad she didn't. At the end of the day, her character did not choose that path of, betrayal and eating Eren and stuff like that, but I can't say the same about Eren, because this chapter, and the last chapter, the previous chapter, since Eren found out the truth behind his father, I don't know. Eren, I'm not a big fan of his certain demeanor recently. Eat me, Historia, eat me! Eat me! I don't like that a little bit. I mean, the ending of this chapter is pretty fucking beastly. I mean, Eren's going in, he's about to wreck some fools and stuff like that. But I don't like the persona and, the breaking down Eren is showing in this chapter. Because, he's just begging Historia or someone to eat him, or even Rod to eat him. And I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? No! So, I'm not a big fan of Eren doing that. I'm really not. But, hey, that's my personal preference. Now, moving past that, the end of this chapter introduces, this new vial thing. This little vial or whatever, this bottle. And this bottle has armor, because Eren says in his mind, he's like, oh, that has armor on it. And he's assuming it must be a Titan serum or something. So, at the end of the chapter, when Rod Reese is transforming into a Titan and the roof is coming down, like, oh my god, this crystal roof is coming down, everybody's about to get squished, the heat coming off this Titan transformation can melt anyone almost in an instant, and so, you have it to where Eren sees this armor jar, he bites into it, and then he's transforming, as we can see in the chapter ends. So, I'm going to assume, since the bottle says armor on it, it probably has something to do with the armored Titan, so, we're probably getting a power-up. I'm willing to bet Eren's going to get a Titan power-up to where he can use, like, hardening or something. Like, he can harden his armor and stuff like that. And so, I'm willing to bet something like that is going to happen next chapter. We're going to get to see Eren with new hardened-type armor. And Rod Reese, he's transforming. And from the size of the way the Titan looks, it looks like a colossal fucking Titan. Like, dude, that Titan looks massive. Like, do you see the size of Rod Reese? At the end, like, I highly doubt it's a colossal Titan, because he said, like, this is one of the strongest Titan serums he had, like, the strongest fighting form of a Titan, so, it makes me wonder, like, have we seen this Titan before? Because the shape so far from it, it looks very different from other Titans we have seen. I mean, it's large as fuck, but, I mean, we don't know what type of Titan it is, because I can't really get a grasp on what type of Titan it is, but it looks massive, it really does, and this would be very interesting. If it's the size of a colossal Titan, I mean, this will be one of the first times that we'll see, like, a Titan the size of the colossal Titan inside of the wall, because the colossal Titan's never really been inside the wall, like in the middle of a town. I've always wanted to see the size scale of that, but regardless of that, if this Titan is that large to where it's breaking the roof in, I mean, what the hell is Rod thinking trying to give that to Historia? Because, does he not realize Historia would have turned into the same type of Titan, or does it depend on gender? Because, if she would have taken that and she would have gotten that same type of size, just imagine how tall she would have been. She would have probably been breaking in the roof too. So, Rod didn't think that through. He really did not. So, moving past that, the chapter overall, it's very good. We got progression here and there. Ending of the chapter, we have a supposed power-up coming up. Can't wait to see what Eren does. Tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about this month's chapter of Attack on Titan? I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.